drop of golden tarot. Sorry for that shaky camera. We'll see if I can get that to kind of stop and to focus in on where I want it to be here. Okay. Bought this deck. It is going out of print. And so I wanted to get it before it totally went out of print. It's a Llewellyn deck. So it's got the big ass box. And so we will open it up. I have not really looked through this or anything at all. We do have a big book. And then information. Not a huge, but I mean, it's nice. At least the words are big enough for my old eyes to be able to read it. Yeah, so we'll look through that a little bit as we're doing things. So I know this deck has been around for a long time, but I've never actually done anything with this. But let me see if I can get it open here without, I mean, I'm not going to ruin Llewellyn cardstock. There's no gilding on the edges for me to worry about. The cardstock is the standard, I imagine. It's easy to shuffle. Not super thick, but it's always really held up well. It's usually fairly glossy. So, all right, I'm going to kind of put this over to the side a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom in without giving us too much of a shake, rattle, and roll. I'm going to adjust that camera a little bit. Oh, I'm zooming out instead of zooming in. That's no good. Okay, here we go. That's better. Let me get us into the middle here so we can see it. All right. Here we go. We're just going to flip through the deck first and look at it. So we don't have hard borders, but it is still bordered by just kind of bleeding out into a border. I like the fact that the magician is female. That's a nice touch. Oh, let me flip them over so that I can, I don't know why I need to keep them in order. I don't. I could mess them up or have them in reverse order. High Priestess. We've got our black and our white, kind of like our yin and yang there. The Empress. And does she look pregnant? I'm going to say, yeah, she does look a little pregnant. Looks like her hands are resting above a belly in the way the shading is. The Emperor. I like this Emperor. This Emperor has kids next to it, kind of showing how I perceive the Emperor as a card, as being like the structure of the society or of the group, not necessarily a man, but the person who puts down the rules and has the expectations outlined so that people can live together in a way that is peaceful and cohesive and helpful to everybody. And with that thought comes a thought of good communication. So, I mean, so I like that card. High Priest. So for some decks, this is the Pope or the, So it traditionally has like a more of like an institution, religion type flavor for some people. For me, it's been more like a mentor, and I like decks that allow me to have that more mentory feeling on it. And I think this might, yeah, it might be okay there. Lovers. Chariot, we do see some opposing energy that's being brought together and reined together in order to create something. So I like that. Strength. Well, he's breathing some, not fire, but some like hot steam at her, and she certainly doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Oh, look, the hermit dragon is reading a book. Oh my gosh. Look, he's reading a book. He's a book dragon. I love it. Okay. Wheel. It says the grimoire of the wheel. The grimoire of life. The wheel turns. Learn to ride with dragons. That's what it says on that. Justice. Okay. Does look like they are seeking it out, huh? The Hanged Man. Oh, yeah, maybe that's not what he really expected to do. He doesn't look like he's in any imminent danger from them, but they do all look surprised that he's just there, don't they? Death. Okay. Temperance. Chains. Oh, I like that. So instead of the devil card, we have chains, which is very, yeah, what basically the devil card is indicating is that being chained up, being held captive to your own things. The Tower. And I kind of am liking this because those dragons are tearing the tower down themselves. It's not just something that's happening to them. It's not a passive action. So I like, yeah. The Star. We got some shooting stars there. The Moon. The Sun. That is blazing hot. I love it. Judgment. Oh. Does it not look like she's getting her last rites or being tended to on hospice or having a healer like trying to ease her? It certainly, yeah. The World. Very good. Okay, now we're going to get into our suits. And I don't know. From looking at this, it doesn't look like they're going to be pippish, but you know, I did not look through this deck before I bought it to know. So let's just flip. It looks like we have some. Instead of the canopy, we've got 4 corners here. It looks like the lovers are in the shelter from the dragon. Oh, we got some fighting going on there. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. I'll be really excited to see what the 8 of Wands is, and if it's just like your wands flying through the air or if they've done something different with it. Okay, we've got dragons flying through the air. And they're all holding a wand in their mouth. At first I thought maybe it was an arrow, but there's no feathers on the end. So it's a wand. I guess not all in their mouth. Some of them have it in their hands. Claws. Talons. Yeah. Anyways. 9 of Wands. 10. Okay, here we go. Page. Knight. Okay, very good. A lot of movement there. I like that. The dragon at her feet. And the king. Okay. Now we have the sword suit. Oh, and it looks like in each suit we're going to be having like these baby dragons. Hold on. So here we had them hatching from eggs on the Ace of Wands, and here they're hatching from eggs on the Ace of Swords. So maybe that will be a running theme. All right, and in this suit, it's going to be interesting to see if they do something different with the threes, the Three of Swords, or if we just have a heart with 3 swords mushed through it, or if they've chosen to do something different. I'm always interested to see that. 2, okay, okay. All right, let's look at this. All right, it is, so I like this. So it's 3 dragons, and the way that they have their wings spread out is kind of the shape of a, almost looks more anatomical than like the regular. But they're also like at each other, and looks like they want to stab each other within this like heart formation. And like things below them have gone up in flames. But they actually haven't stabbed each other, like screaming at each other. Almost making me think of like the pain from lack of communication. When you can't get, when you're so wanting somebody to get it, and you can't seem to get it across or understood, and it's getting muddled because there's just so much going on. That I'm loving it. Okay, 4 swords. 5, love it. 6. Okay, we're not in a boat, but we definitely have the water there, and it looks like he's moving and going to be traveling. So I'm really liking that. 7, he does look like he's sneaking away. 8, and let's see, are her bounds like look how loosely her hands are bound. She could totally just get that off if she wanted to. She's got both hands. They could reach the knots. She could get loose if she wanted to, if she could see clearly. 9 of swords, and they are all broken. They're just shards. Oh, that's heartbreaking. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like she killed or stabbed this dragon. It feels like she pulled it out, which is a stupid thing. You should never pull something out until you've got a way to staunch the blood, because that's what happens. But it looks like she's so sad. Now, some people might think, oh no, she's battled this great dragon and now it's dead, and she's just like resting and recuperating. But, you know, it looks to me like she's mourning the dragon. Okay, page. Like that energy. Knight. Yes, I love it when I look at the Knight of Swords and I think, how charismatic. Because the Knight of Swords should be very charismatic. And it should be a person who can get other people to follow them. Sometimes that's not good. Sometimes it is good. But it should be like that figure, that natural leader that people just want to go with. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love that Queen of Swords. So like the Queen of Swords, man, she she allows the things to happen. So like the swords is all like mental, intellectual, knowledge, mind. And she's holding up like this flaming sword, and she's got all this light coming off of her. And that just lets me think of like being able to bring light into dark spots, like being able to bring understanding and knowledge and that sort of thing into places that did not have it, and the freedom that there is in having built that knowledge and having understanding of things. Love that. Okay, and here's our King of Swords. Am I, how am I feeling about that? He really is not looking like a man of much action there, is he? And I mean, I know like swords are not like the action suit, but he's kind of I don't know. Let's frame this in a way that like I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. Maybe I'll have to read that and think about that one for a while. Okay, Ace of Cups. So here they're out of their shells, but they are newly hatched still. And of course, we have our water element. So, oh, Two of Cups. Okay. They're going to be drinking from the same cup, having the same plans, same ideas, same motivations. Three of Cups. Four. Yep. Four is like the boredom card. Five is like the I can't see what's good in front of me. All you can see is what's spilled. Six, childhood memories, fondness, reminiscing. Seven, choices, so many choices. Eight, walking away. Nine. Oh, look, our rainbows are coming out of the cups here. We do have our family, lots of cups, rainbows. Okay, Page of Cups. That's an interesting take on it because, you know, usually the page has got the cup with the fish coming out of it. So we've got kind of a fishy dragon holding on to the parchment with the cup on it. And he is so big that he doesn't even fit in that cup. All the possibilities there. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. And we still have more eggs in our ace here. So we're into the pentacles. There she's balancing. Creating. Four of Pentacles. Huh. She's certainly holding on to the four that are in her arms. So she's not like holding and having some under her feet, but she is holding and kind of hoarding on to them. Five. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but all the pentacles here are like broken in some way. They're not like whole. So I guess that's what's showing our like lack of and the need for that we usually see in the five. Okay. Six, here's our give and take. 8, sharing our knowledge. Yeah. 9. There's enjoyment there. 10. Instead of my garden, I've got my castle. I'm okay with that. Page of Pentacles. Knight, and I like that. The knight is not on the dragon. He is just off the dragon, standing still, like watching everything. Very fitting. Ooh, I got some crinkle in my last cards there. They're, ooh. Oh, there. Okay. Like they were stuck together. Queen of Pentacles. And I actually like the fact that she's older in here. You know, she's got some gray hairs. And sure, you know, you can, if you think about like this time frame, to have lived that long means that you had to have like a life of like plenty of food and plenty of resources and community and all those things that we think of with pentacles. And here's our King of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Now let me see if I can go back. Okay. And this is going to shuffle beautifully because all of these Llewellyn decks do. They all have that whatever coating on them. That just makes that shuffle so darn satisfying. Which card did I say I was going to have to look up and see what it said to see how I reconciled with it? I think it was the King of Swords. Maybe we'll take a peek at the King of Swords in the book and see what it says. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to shuffle that in both directions. I'm already getting a bow in it from just that little shuffling, but that's okay. These cards will easily bow the other way, like you can straighten them out. Well, you know, although I don't like the shine, these are not as glossy as some of the ones that I've gotten from Llewellyn. And although I don't like the gloss, I do like their cardstock. It's not like really rich and like feeling or anything like that, but I can edge the deck myself. Wouldn't that be pretty with a silver on it? Or a silvery blue. But I like how it shuffles and how it stands up and how it never seems to like chip or bend or fold. Like, I'm sure I could fold it in half, but like just from shuffling, it doesn't like, it handles it really well. And they glide really smoothly and all that kind of jazz. So, okay, let me give it. Okay, and cut it. And let's see what we have. Justice. Page of Wands. And the Chariot. Okay, let's look in our book just to see what, kind of what the meanings in the book give. So, if there's any kind of new take on anything, I really should just be looking up the King of Swords so I can see what that picture, if it talks about the pictures. So, you know, we know justice is a lot about justice being blind and seeking like acknowledgement and laws and all that kind of stuff. But here we go. Large white dragon. Can you read that? I'll just kind of hold that up there for you for a minute and let you pause if you want. And then there's like a little divatory meaning down here. So, I mean, Oh, and then it didn't have this. Oh, it does. It does. On the majors, it does have, it's like a black and white picture of the card, and it does have some keywords. I was like, oh, I didn't see the keywords on the majors. I saw it on the minors. They were there. So, you know, and then you have your chariot. So you have your needing judgment, needing fairness in making decisions, coming across something that need fairness in decisions. This is like talking about news from like foreign places, and the wands also are like our movement and our like energy and creative things. So if I was reading this for a person, I would wonder, like, if they were having some, like, battles and getting good news, and the chariot, meaning that, like, now they'd be able to move forward and be able to kind of harness things together. Or maybe, you know, maybe the news won't be good. Maybe it'd be kind of a reverse thing, but they still have to get their shit together and move on afterwards, kind of thing. Like, I didn't have a question in mind when I pulled these cards. I just kind of pulled them. But I do want to look at the swords, okay, here's our minors. Wands, swords. Okay, I do want to look at that king and see what it says, because I was kind of like, stands on a ledge, active volcano, holds a sword, which is the strength of will, stares down the bubbling lava and fears fire. He has studied long and hard to learn how to reach this divine but potentially volatile center of the power within himself. Huh. See, I like what it's saying here, but that's not what I'm feeling from this card. Like, I'm not seeing a man who's in control. I'm seeing somebody who looks kind of like he just rolled out of bed after like a bender kind of thing. Like, his clothes are saggy and wrinkled. He doesn't look put together. His shoulders are slumped. He looks defeated to me. So, like, that picture just does not match up with how I think of the King of Swords, and even how the write-up is. The write-up is like what I think of, but that picture doesn't fit it. So we'll kind of see how I feel about that. And then looking at the other parts of the book, talking about using it, the magic of dragons, a little bit about the authors, and then in the back it looks like we have they have expanded the Celtic cross, as if the Celtic cross is not enough. Celtic cross should be enough cards for just about anybody. But we have influence of the elements, past life, present influence. Now that is interesting. We'll look at that. Well, I'll look at that. Path to a goal. These are quite like elaborate spreads that use quite a few cards. So, and then candle spells. Using your tarot with candles. In candle spells, it tells you the color candles you should be using. Oh, nice. There's quite a few of them. And then some meditations. Oh, yeah. Okay, I will check out those things on my own, but that could be very cool. I'm very excited for that. So, this has been a guide to the Celtic. Oh, this has been the Celtic Dragon Tarot by DJ Conway and Lisa Hunt. And I'm sure Lisa Hunt is the illustrator here. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I would think Lisa Hunt is the illustrator because, oh, she's got some of her own decks too. Does somebody else write them? DJ Conway first contacted me about her idea. Okay, so DJ Conway is our author. And then described what she wanted in each card. And then Lisa Hunt drew them. So, yes. Okay. Yeah, so this has been Ray at Drop of Golden Tarot. And wishing you a happy, safe, and healthy winter season. Yeah. Be safe out there. But don't forget to enjoy yourself. And I'll see you next time. I still have 2 more decks on my desk that I have not opened that I need to get to so I can clean my desk off again and get into my journaling again. So, until next time, bye-bye.